Hi, welcome to another video, and in this video we are going to talk about confusion, and if you have that, between choosing either an MBA or a job straight out of college. Which of these two is a better option? Obviously there is no single answer to that, but I'll try and share something that can help you think and take a decision that is best suited to your specific needs. Alright, before I get into that, I'd done a video earlier in case you want to go for higher studies and how you should be taking that decision. What are the factors that you should be keeping in mind if you're looking to pursue higher studies in the same area as you're doing your graduation in. तो अगर आपने वो वीडियो अभी तक नहीं देखा है तो I'd suggest that you see that video also just after you watch this one. But if you watched that one and that sort of gave you food for thought and you're watching this one, that means that question has still not been answered for you. So job or MBA, which one is it that you should be looking to take up? Before I even lay the framework, when this question arises, एक मुझे मिसाल याद आती है रिक्षेश पंचंदा की, who was a student several years back, CAT 2017. He scored a 99.99 percentile at CAT, and of course, that kind of a percentile, and he had exceptional academics. He nailed the topmost colleges in India for MBA. But he also had a fantastic placement out of his college, and because he was not sure about his MBA at that point in time, he took up a job. Now, sometime during his first year in job, he felt, नहीं यार, MBA कर लेता तो better था. So he wrote the CAT again. Guess what? Scored 100 percentile in his second attempt, and he went to IIM Ahmedabad or Bangalore. If several years back, I don't even recall. So now the thing here is, then he was in his final year. Because he had both options, he was able to take a decision basis what he wanted or what he desired. लेकिन उससे पहले जिस तरह से उन्होंने अपने फाइनल ईयर में सोचा, it was not job versus MBA, it was job and MBA. अगर आप केवल जॉब को अपना ऑप्शन बना के चलते हैं तो एक दिक्कत ये रहती है, supposing you don't get a great company and you don't have some other option like an MBA, then you are forced to take up a job that you may not really like. On the other hand, if you take only MBA, CAT as an option, and you don't get through a great college, and you don't have a job, so either you'll be forced to join a college that you really don't want to go to, or you'll be faced with the possibility of dropping a year or something like that. Again, not a pleasant scenario. So instead of thinking about it as job on one side and MBA on the other, you should think of both together, job and MBA. There are a couple of reasons why that makes sense also. When most companies come to campuses, they have a two-stage selection process typically, one of which is aptitude, the other one is interview. So when you prepare for MBA, you prepare for both these things as well. In fact, our students, for example, get access to that placement preparation module, which sort of builds upon what they are doing in their CAT preparation in terms of aptitude building, and also layers in personal interview part sort of to prepare you holistically for your placements as well. The advantage also is that it takes away a lot of pressure from you when you have one option in the bag. So for example, if you have a job in hand and then you go out and take the CAT, there is absolutely no pressure. So you can play very, very freely and do your best. The other way around also, if you have a great college, great CAT percentile, and if you go in for a job interview, you're not really desperate. You're calm and you can give it your best shot without any pressure. Now, ideally, you get two great options at the end of the year, which should be your idea is to create options. So it is not job versus MBA, it is which job versus which MBA college. That's a question that you need to answer. If you don't get a great job, but you're getting admission to, let's say, one of the top MBA colleges such as the IIMs or FMS or XLRI or MDI or Narsing Mohanji or some college in that category, then of course an MBA would perhaps be a far better option. On the other hand, if you have a good job and don't have a great college offer, it doesn't make sense. You can always write the CAT again. There is no restriction on the number of attempts. And once you have prepared well for it in your final year, the second attempt or even the third attempt, depending upon what you finally decide and the college that you're aspiring for, does not require you to drop your job or leave your job and prepare for it completely again. So you can use this time in your final year extremely well to lay that foundation, create that optionality for several years into the future, because you can't really time when you can get to a great college or when you can land up a great job. Keeping both options open, of course, is something that gives you greater flexibility in terms of the kind of decision that you want to make. तो ideally साल के अंत में आपके पास दोनों चीजें हों और आपको कंफ्यूजन हो कि बहुत अच्छा जॉब है और बहुत अच्छा कॉलेज है, मैं किस में जाऊं। अगर इस सिचुएशन में आप पहुंच जाते हैं तो आपने अपना एक साल बहुत बखूबी इस्तेमाल कर लिया है। तो you can answer that question later once you are in that position of luxury to be faced with such a dilemma. If not, you can pick out the better of the two options. और थोड़ा पॉजिटिव सोचो। अब ये सवाल मत पूछना कि दोनों ही खराब होंगे तो क्या होगा। जो भी आप तैयारी करेंगे देखिए वो तो खराब नहीं जाएगी। एंड देयर आर सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स who probably are not sprinters in life. Their time comes a little later. So every year there are so many students who in their second attempt or even third attempt land up in IIM. So जिंदगी खत्म नहीं होती एक इम्तिहान से या एक अटेम्प्ट से, किसी भी एग्जाम की या किसी भी जॉब की, या आपको कैंपस से जॉब नहीं मिलती तो career doesn't end there. That's just the beginning. You might start a little slow, but you will more than catch up if you keep giving your best to it. So hopefully you've been able to understand why it is best to keep both options open instead of either one of them, because there's a lot of synergy. As you move forward, work experience also, in your second attempt or the third attempt, God forbid if you don't get through in your first attempt, or if you have a great job and you don't want to join in the first attempt. So the work experience also adds additional weight to your profile in your subsequent attempts and increases the chances of success there. Right, till about 3 or 4 years, an exam such as the CAT makes a lot of sense. Beyond that, GMAT, beyond India is probably something that is worth considering, or an executive MBA such as the Indian School of Business, Hyderabad. Of course, there are several options there also. They have a young leadership program which requires you to take the GMAT in your final year or just after that. That's a very specific discussion, so probably something worthy of a separate video, and I'll probably make that later. But as of now, I hope you've been able to get some sort of a framework to take a decision on how you can probably go about thinking for yourself as to what it is that you want to devote the maximum part of your penultimate and ultimate year in college towards. So that's all for today. I hope this video gave you something to build upon. If so, please do like. If you think other friends of yours who are facing a similar confusion might gain from it, please do feel free to share. And hopefully see you again in another video. Bye for now. Take care.